So welcome ladies and gentlemen. So today we're back with a data pack update, okay? Not gameplay today, it's more talking about the news of PES. And yesterday, Konami finally came out and told us what we're going to be having in data pack 2. So we're going to talk about it, discuss it, my opinions, and what you guys want to see as well. So yeah, let's dive right into exactly what this is going to be all about. So, there's going to be a couple of new leagues, stadiums, face updates, some gameplay improvements, which is the big one, okay? I don't care about any of the other stuff, really. I mean, stadiums are nice. Chinese league, I'm not worried. But gameplay is, I think, the majority of what people are looking forward to. So, it's going to be coming out October 25th. So, that's next week, just before Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out. I mean, I don't know about you. I'm definitely going to be playing Red Dead, and of course, I have a channel for PES, so I'm going to be putting out PES content. But you know, it's right before the cutoff point of Red Dead, and there's going to be a lot of people playing that. So we'll introduce over 100 updated player faces within the game, as well as updates to stadiums and a new range of football boots. Now, look, this is the thing for me. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're on PC. I can get boots, stadiums, faces, you know, that can all be done. On console, not so much. So it is a bigger deal for those on PS4 and those on Xbox. They just talk about growing here with the full list of the CFA, the Chinese Super League, and the Thai League club teams and logos being added to the roster of teams available in PES 2019. Now, they don't state if it's going to, replace the fake leagues. I don't think it will. I don't think they should. Obviously, they really shouldn't do that because that's going to limit us big time. So I think there's just going to be 2 new leagues added, which, once again, I'm a little bit confused here because, we've been told that, the PS4 version or the disc itself can't, have enough room and storage. So that's why there's a limited amount of this and a limited amount of that. But they're adding 2 new leagues, which just adds a whole bunch of new kits and a whole bunch of new logos. So it kind of confuses me, because, we're being told the truth here or not. But either way, it's nice to have the leagues in there. Following the announcement of AS Monaco, of course, a partner club for PES 2019, Data Pack 2 will see the club's Stade Louis 2 now available in both afternoon and night modes. I mean, it probably should have been in there day one. Meaning players can experience the 18,500 seat stadium, that's pretty small, in perfect detail both in daytime and under the floodlights. Also included will be the new eFootball Pro Arena, which will play host to upcoming esports competitions. Details will be announced shortly. Now, no mention of Rangers Stadium or Celtic. Little bit disappointing there. I mean, we were told it's going to come in a later data pack. I am at the very least now expecting it to be in data pack 3. I mean, it has to, you know what I mean? Because Celtic, there's no stadium. There's no stadium for Rangers. We were told at some point there's going to be one added. They clearly haven't had enough time to build them and make them, so got to wait a little bit longer. Now, it will also feature, and this is the big thing, feature a range of gameplay updates. Now, they don't normally do this, Konami. They don't normally release a patch that specifically states what they're improving. So they obviously have listened, and they know there's problems, because there are. Particularly focusing on improved AI performance. And I'm going to go through all this properly in a second, so I'm going to skim through that. And then it just talks a little bit more down here. But we've got this. Elsewhere, player equipment has also seen an update. 3 sports brands featuring their latest footwear in the game. New boots from Nike, Adidas, and Puma have been added to keep players' appearances up to date as possible. Okay, so there we have it. That's basically it in a nutshell. To sum it up, 100 plus faces are coming. Got the Chinese League, the Thai League. The Monaco Stadium is going to be able to be played at nighttime and daytime, and a new eFootball Pro Arena is coming at some point. Okay, so I mean these are the Chinese teams for those that are interested. Honestly, I don't know any of them, if I'm being honest with you. So, yeah, those are the teams that are being added to PES, I mean, are you interested in this? Let me know. What do you think of the Chinese Super League? I mean, would it be something that you would play? I mean, it does, look, it adds a little bit more sort of interesting diversity when you're playing Become a Legend. You know, say you want to go abroad. I mean, you know, it's going to add a little bit more if you can play these leagues through that, as well as the Thai League. So, I mean, that could be interesting, but I don't think Master League-wise too many people are going to play in the Chinese League. But, you know, let me know your thoughts. So, these are actually the 5 players that they were showcasing that are going to be updated. There weren't really anyone else that I could see. So, these are the old faces, all right? They look pretty blur, if you ask me. Someone sort of did a comparison. So here's the before, and now let's have a look at the after. And there we have the after. Look at it. Beautiful. I mean, that is a big upgrade. Before, after. You can tell the massive, massive difference. Yedlin looks good. I mean, they all look fantastic. He's even got the line through his hair. So, yeah, this is what we're going to be getting. It does say player faces to be updated via data packs throughout the season. 100 plus to come. So it'll be interesting to see what other players they add. Okay, so now let's get into the important stuff and have a look at what they're stating will be improved gameplay-wise. So number 1 right here, goalkeepers will now display improved AI in one-on-one situations, ensuring that they rush out to meet players converging, what a word, on the goal. Now this is a big one, okay? This is one of the big problems I had. It does ruin the experience when you're one-on-one with your keeper and he just stands on the line. So it's nice to see that they're trying to solve that. Now, I mean, look, we've got to play the game for ourselves and test it before we can actually see if it's actually done anything or it's all just talk. You know, if they're only going to come out a tiny bit, I mean, it's not worthwhile. They've got to make calculated decisions. You know, and look, they've taken a while to put this patch out. So I would have hoped they've tested this a lot. If a player's coming in from an angle, close him down on whatever, near post. If he's coming straight on, then obviously the goalie's got to do something different. So we will see exactly what happens, but it's nice to see they are, you know, tweaking the keepers. Okay, next up, we have fixed an issue that prevented defenders from positioning freely, causing them to occasionally become stuck behind opponents when competing for goal kicks and other high balls. Okay, I mean, look, there is a slight problem there with defenders. I mean, my main issue, and I've seen it a few times, is when the CPU whips in a ball, you're pressing, you know, clear it, you're pressing some sort of instruction, but they don't do anything. So, I'm hoping that that's kind of what they mean. I mean, they say behind opponents when competing for goal kicks and other high balls. So they're sort of saying when the goalie clears it out, you're not really sort of be able to position yourself. I mean, I do use Super Cancel a lot. This doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't, for me, sound very well put. So, I don't know, we'll see what happens with that one. Okay, the next point is improve the accuracy of headers on goal performed by players who aren't under pressure. Yeah, I've seen some really woeful finishing by myself, especially when you're on your own. You know, it's a free header and he's completely fluffed it. I mean, it happens from time to time, but yeah, the accuracy hasn't quite been there. So, another one that they're going to improve. The next point is one that I haven't really seen as a problem. I haven't really used chip shots, and you know why? Because the goalie never comes out. so I don't really know. Adjusted the accuracy of chip shots. Who's using a chip shot? I don't think anyone's using chip shots. The goalies don't come off their line. So, I mean, if they're going to put that and go hand in hand with the goalies, then it does make sense, you know. But for the most part, I don't think anyone's complained about chip shots. We haven't been able to use them. Alright, next up we have computer opponents will now play less long passes from the center of the pitch to the wing. Okay, I mean that's fair enough. I've seen certainly the AI play those long balls. Now, I mean, I'm coming from the PC where I have modded the game ever so slightly, so, you know, I see a little bit more variety from the AI. But obviously when this patch comes out, I'll turn off all the mods and I'll test it vanilla, you know, just go in there and see how it's done. So, yeah, computer opponents will now play less long passes from the center of the pitch to the wing. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Okay, now the next one is another big point. Computer opponents will now play less low crosses from the wing. Thank the Lord. Finally listen to that point, because that has been, along with the goalies, one of the biggest problems. I mean, the amount of low crosses we see. I mean, I don't mind them crossing, but make them high. How many teams play low crosses? Hardly anyone, unless there's someone running at the near post all on his own. So it's nice to see they are going to solve that. And we will test it, and we will see. Alright, the next point is computer opponents will now display enhanced understanding of opposing player positions and will attack the goal more aggressively. So we've got a little bit of variety there, it looks like. They'll understand the positioning of opposing players and will attack the goal more aggressively. I think, you know what that kind of states to me is when the AI is through on goal. We've seen it a few times where they just decide they're going to slow right down to a snail's pace, and that's it. That's it. So they're basically saying here they're no longer going to do that. You know, they have a chance to go for goal, they go for it. Attack the goal, have a strike, possibly, and just be more aggressive. And the final point, which is another big point to finish on here, computer opponents will now display improved logic concerning shooting, enabling them to take advantage of a greater variety of situations and opportunities. Alrighty, so now they're saying they will actually hit a long strike, which was another big problem. So yeah, I mean, the best way to do that is to put it on. I mean, I don't know if the difficulty is going to obviously depend on how they play, but I would put it on like beginner. Let the AI have the ball on the edge of the box and see if they shoot. I mean, even testing out all these points just to see how they play. But for me, the big three is, you know, the goalkeepers, the less low crosses, and the shooting and the variety from the AI. I mean, those are the big three I wanted. So for them to do the rest of them, great. We'll see what happens. Less ping pong is good. Less long balls is good. As I say, the accuracy of chip shots is a little bit confusing there because I don't know anyone who's really complained about it because we can't do it. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. What do you make of these gameplay tweaks? Will it make you come back and play PES again? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so that is all for today's video. Wanted to just let you know the news. I mean, I know a lot of you probably have seen it already, but I'd just like to give my opinions and, you know, break it down a little bit more. So, it's coming the 25th, next week, just before Red Dead. We'll play it, we'll test it, we'll see how they do. Gameplay's the big thing, that's what I really want to focus on. And we'll see how it gets on. But leave your comments below. Will it make you play PES again? Let me know. Until next time, take care.